Hello everyone. So I've got a package in the mail today, and it's pretty exciting. It's a brand new brand, I guess, of art supplies. I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube of their colored pencils, their brush pens and all, and I noticed that they have some expert colored pencils. I did contact them to see if they have samples, but I guess they didn't want to send out samples yet. So a few days ago I saw on Amazon that they had this pack of expert colored pencils, the 72 pack, for 20 bucks. I think the actual price is, let me see, it's about $85 for a 72 pack, which is more like, it's closer to the Prismacolor brand. And now if that's the actual price, then there's hope for the quality. But buying them at only 20 bucks, I hope I really get a really good deal, and they're really good. So anyway, I just wanted to get this pack for this price. It was too good to pass, and try them out for you and tell you what I think. So it's a metal box. You have all the colors in the back. I think there's only 72 colors altogether for this brand. And again, they do have another pack that's not the expert, and they're much cheaper. It looks a lot like the Prismacolors. Even the writing. So okay, that I'm happy that they do have the color number as well as the color name. So already big thumbs up for this. They come pre-sharpened. Some look similar. We'll see. Whoa, 3 of them. They have different names, so hopefully they're not the same. So here's the 72 pack. I'm gonna do a color chart, and after that I'll draw something, and I'll tell you what I think about them, if they're just good for coloring or if they're great for artists. We'll see. Before I started the swatches, I reordered the pencils because I thought they came in a very strange order, and I wanted them in a more rainbowish order. If you flip the box over, you'll see there is a chart with the color names and numbers, and it's gonna help you if you want to do the same. I know it's a bit silly, but to me it's much easier to find the colors that way. I also used my electric pencil sharpener, and I sharpened all the pencils to a fine point. So then I did all the swatches, and I wrote all the names and underneath all the swatches, and I tested them with an eraser. They don't erase very well, but that's a sign that the pigments are very strong, and I was happily surprised to see how well they blend with the solvent. I used mineral spirit, and the color stayed really nice and bright. I also wanted to test the white because to me it's a very important color. I use a black paper or colored paper very often, and it's important that the white is opaque, and I was again happily surprised. It's a very opaque white. I compared it with the Prismacolor Premier white, which was brighter. It's more opaque, but I think the ARTEZA white pencil did pretty well considering. And for my final test, I used a coloring book from the artist Jenny Luan. I'll put a link in the description box on Amazon. I tried to color a little bit to see how well they did. Again, the colors were really nice and vibrant, and they worked very well. So they're great colored pencils for coloring books, that's for sure. So then I put the colored pencils through the ultimate test, in my opinion. I ended up drawing a portrait of someone. As a colored pencil artist, I really enjoy my pencils when they're nice and smooth. They're soft and they blend very well. It's important that they can layer so that I can add as many layers as possible and have a really nice texture for my final drawing. Another important thing with colored pencils is that I do want them to be light fast, meaning that I don't want the colors to fade over the years. I'd like them to stay nice and bright for many years. So these colored pencils are great because not only do they have the names on each pencil as well as a number reference, they also have little stars to show the lightfasness, or actually, to be more precise, little plus signs. Out of 72 pencils, 11 of them only have 1 star, and the ranking system is like this. I believe that for only 1 star, then the colors last up to 25 years. Then 2 stars, the colors last from 25 to 100 years. And if you have 3 or more stars, then the colors will last for at least 100 years. So again, there's 11 pencils that only have 1 star, and then the rest have either 2 or 3 stars. I think there's only 1 that has 4 stars. But it's not too bad considering, again, I bought this set for only 20 bucks. I think right now it's still available on Amazon for $25, which is a really good price. So I found that the colors of pretty much all those pencils are very vibrant. They're very nice and very easy to lay down on paper. They're soft, and so you don't need much pressure on them to apply pigment on the paper. And that's very nice for pencils. So not only are they very nicely pigmented, but they layer very well. When I did the portrait, I was able to add layer after layer after layer without any problem. Although I find that they're pretty waxy. If you were to compare them with Prismacolor pencils, I think they feel a little waxier, but they still layer really well. And I didn't find any waxy sheen when I was done, which was great. Then again, it could be because I used some mineral spirit to blend it in the end, so I don't know. And one thing I was not super happy with, and maybe that's because I'm not very used to use them yet, is the fact that I didn't think they blended very well, at least not as well as I hoped they would. To me, it felt like I had to work a little harder on the piece that I drew. No big deal, I get to use mineral spirit to blend them, and it worked better that way. But I was hoping that I could just blend all the colors together and not use any blenders to test them. But I just didn't like the result, the look that it gave my portrait. The skin was not smooth enough for me. And again, it's just my taste, my personal preference, the way I work. And now again, with the mineral spirit, I was very surprised that the colors looked even more vibrant when they were blended with the solvent. I was also very happy that I was able to even out the skin pretty nicely with the white pencil. One thing I'm having a hard time with is the smell. I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but those pencils, believe it or not, have a very chemical smell, and it's kind of nasty. I was able to use them anyway, but I wonder, I've never had any pencils smelling strange like that. So overall, I think these pencils are very nice. If you're just a colorist and are looking for pencils to color your coloring books, these are fantastic. I think you'd love the vibrancy of the colors. As an artist, I think they're a good entry line. They probably could compete against the Prismacolor pencils. I still like the Prismacolor pencils better, but then again, I've been using them for way longer. Price-wise, they're great. Now, if they were being sold at the actual $80-something, would I buy them? Probably not. I would rather spend my money with the Prismacolors. But for $20 or even $25, I think it's a very good deal, and it's a pretty good quality. I think at least students would have a great time with these, and professional artists would be happily surprised with them as well. And finally, I think the biggest drawback is that they're only sold in sets. So if you run out of one color, you can't replace it, or you're gonna have to buy another set to replace it. So I hope they become very popular so that we can buy them open stock. So ARTEZA is a fairly new company. I think they've been around for a little less than 3 years, and their goal is to make affordable art supplies for everybody. They have a student line, they have an artist line. I think it's great. They have a really nice variety of art supplies. I hope they become very popular and their quality keeps on getting better, and that they still keep their small prices for everybody to enjoy. Hope you liked this review video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.